Yeah, bro, she's a nice girl, innit, bro?
I feel like you're vibing, I can't lie.
That's just how I get on with people, naturally.
Yeah, obviously Mimi's amazing,
Yeah,
don't get me wrong.
yeah.
But like, I can feel the energy between you and Jess, like proper like bouncing off each other.
I don't know which is worse. Whether it's Ayo, and his head turning. It's like a little kid. Every time something walks past, they have to look up to see what's going on. And that's the way Ayo behaves every time there's a new girl. It doesn't matter who he is. As long as she pays him attention, he will lift his head up to look. Oh my God. And then, well, since when has his type been blonde? Why didn't he tell Uma this? Why are we just finding out? Make that make sense? Oh my God. If Nicole goes on about Kieran one more time, I'm going to scream. Can somebody send him an email to say, please turn your head and entertain somebody else because you can't continue to be in this prison? Anyway, I digress. Hey there, thanks for stopping by. Welcome to my channel. It's your girl Valerie. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Love Island, Season 11, Episode 25. So I'm so confused. I don't know whether I'm the only one who's this confused. I didn't realize that Mimi and Will were that deep that every time she's asked about the new Casa boys, oh, they're not Will. Oh, I miss Will. I wish Will was here. Is it that deep? We haven't really seen them. Is she trying to sell us something that is not there? Or are we, the viewers, missing something? Make it make sense, because it's not making sense. So you have the guys sort of talking about who they like, and it seems most of the guys are pointing at Jess, because obviously they know Jess is single and she's their only ticket, or their confirmed ticket to enter the villa. Blade obviously talks about, Grace, because Grace said she likes him, and it's like, oh, so Grace does have a type and Mr. Essex isn't it, because her tread is just showing. She started off with Oma, then went for Connor. Heart was raised by Ayo, and now we have Mr. Blade. Okay, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, then it must be a duck. That's what I'm going to say. And you have, the boys are sort of talking amongst themselves. And it seems, well, Hugo is the one they've decided to make the main character. Because every Casa, there's always this boy that stands out, and I don't understand the hype for Hugo, because you have Jess and Matilda both being interested in him, and it's like, why? What's so special about him? I don't get it. Really, I don't get it. The poor little 22-year-old, nobody seems bothered by him, because obviously most of them are older than him anyway. And he doesn't possess the same maturity as Kieran does. I think because his body size as well is just off-putting. He looks like a little baby, so they can't, do anything with him. Back at the villa, you have, Sean busy talking to Joey about the fact that he's worried about what Matilda will do. What do I think? I think Sean is gameplay. I think it's gameplay. I don't think it's anything more than that. I think he wants someone he knows the viewers will like for him, and he wants to see himself in the finale, because nothing else convinces me that relationship is strong. Even when the boys told, Matilda that Sean is punching, she just went, oh, poor him. And it tells you that Matilda is not feeling this guy the way she makes it seem. She, I think, had a stronger connection with Oma. I will repeat that. And so for her, Sean is convenient because he is there at the moment. So that's all she can deal with. And for him to be talking about, oh, I know I've only known her for a couple of days. I hope she's going to stay loyal. I hope. No, you just want to stay in the villa for as long as possible. So if that's going to be Matilda who gets you to stay in the villa, that's what you're going to do. It's not like you have strong feelings for her. I'm not buying whatever you're selling. The boys are sulking, so they all go to bed and they're sort of teasing each other that, oh, there's no making out in bed, there's no hugging, there's no cuddling. And then Kieran sort of teases Sean that if you want a hug or a cuddle, come over and I'll give you one. And it's like, okay, it is what it is. Back at Casa, the girls are getting ready for bed. And Nicole, when they have a conversation, Nicole is panicking because she's, oh, why did they put Kieran's name in the list of people that are likely to sort of be interested in the Casa girls? And it's like, girl, you're not married to that boy. You are not married to him. He's tied himself down to you because he knows you're a sure thing, and he can manipulate you if he needs to. But at the end of the day, if he had the opportunity, imagine he's had 120 girls. So what stops him from pursuing, adding onto that number to 130, 140, 150? What makes you think you're so special that you'd stop him from doing whatever he wants? Make it make sense. Anyway, the girls are getting ready for bed, and then you have the boys sort of talking about who they want to go to bed with and sort of asking themselves who they want to go to bed with. And Hugo has his eyes set on Jess. I think he knows Jess will bring him to the villa, and Jess is really keen on Hugo, and it's like, okay, it is what it is. So you have Blade sort of ask Grace, can I share a bed with you? Because now it's bedtime. People are looking for people to share a bed with. Grace says yes. Lionel offers to share a bed with Mimi, and Mimi says no. I think because she was going to go and sleep outside with Nicole, because Nicole doesn't want to sleep in the bedroom with anyone. And it's like, oh my God, there's always that one. There's always that one. Anyway, so Mimi and Nicole sleep outside. Jake calls Matilda over, and Matilda skips along to share a bed with Jake, and is actually sort of caressing him in bed. And it's like, Matilda, hey, it is what it is. Blade shares a bed with Grace, although Grace is nearly falling out of bed, and it's like, okay, do you? Joel shares a bed with Jesse. Lionel sleeps, Jesse with a Y. Lionel sleeps on his own. Hugo sleeps with Jess, and Mosiah offers to sleep with Uma, and Uma jumps into bed. I'm surprised she jumped in. I thought she was going to say no. If it's not Will, then it's no one for me. Anyway, I digress. So in the morning, the boys wake up. Obviously, they're feeling sad because the girls are in Casa, and they know that the girls are having an amazing time, or they suspect that the girls are having an amazing time, and they're sort of thinking of their girls. The Casa girls then arrive. I think the Casa girls are stunning. They are stunning. I have to say that. The boys are not bad looking, but the girls are stunning. So we have Lucy, who's 26, Ruby, 23, Jess, 25, Ellie, 22, Emma is 30, and then there's Diamante, who's 21. I think she's stunning. And it seems some of them are eyeing Ayo and Will, because they know that their heads are going to turn, because they nearly turned their heads for Uma and for Jesse with a Y. So I'm not surprised. Anyway, Emma decides to go and wake up the boys, because the boys still haven't come out of their room. And you hear Joey go, oh my God, I know her. And it's like, oh my God. So it is true what people are saying, that this is now Joey Essex presents Love Island, because it seems everybody he knows, or all his exes, are being brought onto the show, which is not fair. The guys are hysterical the moment he says that. And when I saw the girls, I was like, oh my God, Ronnie should have stayed a couple more days longer, and he would have gone wild with all these Casa girls. So prior to the girls waking up the boys, they were talking about Kieran and Nicole and saying that's a bit too much, in the sense that they make it out as though they are a married couple. It's too early for them to be closing things off, be saying I love you, and be saying, oh, we don't want to entertain anyone else, which is the truth though, which is the truth. I think Kieran has done all this in order to reassure Nicole. And it sadly isn't enough. So when the boys come out, obviously Joey says he knows Emma, and it turns out Kieran knows Ellie. It seems he was DMing her. He was trying to sort of get her to add on to the countdown. He said she's not part of the 120, but he knows he has sent her a couple of messages. She just said, hi stranger. So it seems like they haven't met in person, but they have sort of been chatting on social media. And I know for a fact that when Nicole hears that she's going to kick off, it's going to be something else. Anyway, you have the boys and the girls sit down by the fire pit, and the girls want to find out who's closed off and who is still open. And Kieran is the only one who raises his hand to say he's closed off. And it's like, okay, we can't force you. But the likes of Will, oh my God, his eyes light up because the girls are stunning. And I think Diamante is the one who said she wanted Will, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, Jesse wanted Ayo. They go around and the boys are all saying, yes, we've been with our girls, but we're still open. Everybody's still open. Even Sean is still open. And so the girls go and break down, their conversations with the boys. And they're still saying that, it's a bit suspicious that Kieran is closed off. It's a bit suspicious. And it is suspicious that he is closed off. I think he should have waited until after Casa to close things off and tell her he loves her, but he decided to shut things down, I think, to stop himself getting in trouble. Whether it's because this is a ploy by the two of them to win the show, or whether they have true feelings, I don't think they have true feelings because of the way Nicole behaves at times. She's a bit too extra, but that's just my point. Anyway, you have Joey speaking to Emma. They're trying to sort of suss out where they last met, and eventually they agree that they last met in Essex. And it's like, what were you doing in Essex? You can't just tell us you last saw each other in Essex. What were you doing in Essex is what we want to know. Jess has a conversation with Ayo, which according to Joey is never ending. And they are, you have Emma and Joey saying, oh, Ayo's gone. And Ayo, it doesn't take a lot for his head to turn. Seriously, what's wrong with him? Any girl smiles at him, his head is turned. Any girl smiles. It might not stay turned, but his head has to turn at everything. Mimi deserves better. She deserves better. If he is not smart, he's going to lose Mimi. All in a quest to sort of fulfill his little urge whereby he doesn't want to have any attention from anyone. As soon as they give it to him, he has to sort of entertain that. And it's like, why? So the girls wake up in Casa. They're having conversations about their night and how things went. The girls on the daybeds come into the changing room and they all get ready. And you have Matilda wants Sean because he's security for her in the villa, but he's not a romantic connection. I think she's willing to push it for as long as she can, but I don't think sexually there's anything there. That's just my opinion. Anyway, they go out and start having conversations, and Jess is having a conversation with Hugo. I'm going to need to have a conversation with whoever told Jess she was the prize. She's not the prize. She is not. I don't see anything special about her. And the fact that she's bragging to Hugo that, she has, this banter. That's why she gets along with the boys, because she's very honest. You can be honest without being disrespectful. You can be honest without being derogatory. You can be honest without bullying someone. And Jess has done all the above. So the idea that she thinks she is a prize, I don't get it. I give Hugo credit for saying, I don't want to put all my eggs in your basket. I want you to know that I will be speaking to the other girls, as long as you know that I'm the prize. Oh my God. Whose prize? Your prize or everybody else's prize? I'm not here for that nonsense. Anyway, you have Grace and Jessie. I think Grace now feels bad because Jessie called her out and said, you've been mean to me since I walked in. So she's sitting and having a conversation with Jessie and with a Y, and she's sort of saying to Jessie, so are you worried about Joey? And Jessie was right to say, I would be a fool to think he's not going to do anything. He had a connection with you. The two of you are getting on very well, and yet he dropped you like a hot potato for me. So I would be a fool to think he wouldn't do the same to me, given the fact that we don't have any history. We've just met. We've only been together for 6 days. So I would be a fool to think that. And that's just her being honest. And then you have Nicole. She's busy spying at the villa, and it's like, please, why? Why are you so insecure? Why are you so insecure? Why? And they end up having a phone sort of to sort of zoom in and see what's going on. Then she sees Kieran with the blonde girl, Ellie, and she's now panicking. Well, it is what it is. I hope Ellie turns Kieran's head. I hope she does, because I think it's time for Nicole to go home. She can't be any more annoying. If we could lose Harriet, we can afford to lose Nicole. Anyway, so Kieran is having a conversation with Ellie, and Ellie is sort of saying, we know each other because we used to DM each other. It seems they've had a personal encounter whereby they've bumped into one another as well. And so Kieran is now wondering, because he's asked, how are things going? He says, well, I told her I love her. We've been coupled since day 3. Things have been going great. She says she loves me. So we're good. Sorry, my voice keeps coming in and going. I don't know what happens. At times it does that. Anyway, so she asks him, she was right to ask him that if I had come in on day 1 with Nicole, do you think things would have been different? And he goes, well, we'll never know. But he makes this face that convinces you that Kieran really likes this girl. He doesn't know what to do with himself because he doesn't want to upset Nicole. But at the same time, he's been chasing this girl in, on social media because he's been trying to get to know her. And she hasn't entertained him because apparently they were talking and then she stopped talking to him when she had a boyfriend. So for me, it's like, what's going on here? What is going on here? Make it make sense. I don't get it. So, and I think he doesn't want to get himself in trouble. So he's busy saying, oh, well, we'll never know. We'll never know. We will know. We will know. You really like this girl. It's okay for you to admit that you like her. And you can see that he's smitten. He's sort of trying to toe the line. He's trying to make sure he remains loyal to Nicole. But at the same time, he can't help himself because he's attracted to this girl. He's had an attraction. He's been chasing this girl to make a number 121 or 122, whichever comes first. And so it's sad that he's stuck with Nicole. Grace really seems to be enjoying her chat with Blade. It seems Grace has a type. She's been trying to hide from it, and she's been trying to make it seem like Joey's it for her, but we've all seen her type. We've all seen she likes the brothers because she's always been trying to sort of start something with them, and then when she's caught, she pretends like, no, I wasn't doing anything or I wasn't saying anything. Conversations with Blade, she really seems keen, she really seems smitten. So it's up to her. I hope she owns her truth and she can try something different, and hopefully it works out for her. And then let's start a petition to send Shane home, please. Who wants to start a petition to send Shane home? It's the audacity to sit there and try and get the other boys in trouble, because he tried to sort of get Ayo to. I'm not saying Ayo needs a lot of encouragement, but the audacity to say, oh, Ayo's got a better connection with Jess than Mimi. Oh, he needs to try and pursue that. And it's like, why are you doing that? Are you so interested in winning the game that you're going to do it at all costs? I hope this gets him sent home. And I hope in movie night, the girls hold his feet to the fire, because he is encouraging the boys. He's doing the same thing that Ronnie did a couple of seasons ago. So he's trying to stay loyal, but he's encouraging all the other boys to do anything to get themselves in trouble. He's even saying to Will, oh, so Will, what do you think? Do you have anyone that's caught your eye? And it's like, it's not your business whether somebody's caught his eye or not. You focus on you and your connection, and they will focus on them. How about that? I said it before, and I'll say it. Well, and I felt bad actually at the time when I said it, because I felt I was being mean, and I try not to be mean. When I said that Nicole was very insecure. But now I'm going to stand 10 toes deep with my chest up to say Nicole is very insecure. She's a very insecure young lady, and I don't think she needs to be in a relationship at this point. She needs to go and do some work on herself before she can even consider becoming connected to somebody else, because she has the audacity to pull Blade to say, let's have a conversation. They go for a conversation, and it's not because she wants to get to know him. She wants him to rationalize why he said Kieran's head will be turned. And it's like, seriously, are you that insecure? Of all the things you could ask this man, this is it. This is it. So if she tells you it's because he doesn't seem like he's into you, what are you going to do? Blame him the same way you blamed Harriet and then get him in trouble with Kieran. Make that make sense? I don't get it. And so for her to be asking all those questions, Kieran is 21 years old. He's not 45. What does she think, Sherlock Holmes? What does she think? Does she think he's already set and he's ready to get married to her and have a family? If that's what he says and if that's what she believes, then fine. If not, please sit down and keep quiet. We're not here for it. And then, well, I remember Uma saying, oh, they're not my Will. Oh, I miss my Will. Bring my Will. Well, Will is busy enjoying himself. He's busy telling the girls that, Uma was not my type, but now, we have a strong connection. You are my type. And it's like, seriously. So she is your type. So what was Uma then? Did you couple up with Uma because you had no other choice or what? Make that make sense? I don't get that, and I am not buying that, and I really hate this, because when Uma finds out, she's going to cry. She really is, because she's going to cry finding out that the guy that you actually really liked doesn't like you that way or doesn't feel you that way. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to watch movie night now and see how he's able to explain that. And then Ayo. I'm speechless. It doesn't matter how nice you are to a guy. It doesn't matter how good looking you are. If they're going to cheat, they're going to cheat. And now I'm worried for Mimi, because he did say he likes the fact that Mimi calms him down and this, that, and the other. And yet his head is quick to turn. Anyone who pays him attention is like a little kid. His head is moving. It's looking at it. And it's like, why are you getting excited? Why are you getting excited at this new girl? Why are you getting excited? What are you missing from Mimi? Mimi asked you, are you likely to consider anybody else? And you said, well, we'll see. At the moment, I'm not. So it's only as and when. If Mimi's around you, then you're okay. If she's not around you, then you're ready to turn, because he's saying, oh, I can't continue to think about what she's up to. I can only do what's happening now. And it's like, well, what's happening now? I actually thought he was going to ask her for a kiss. And I was about to scream and run into my telly. The producers are very messy. Why would they sort of highlight poor Mimi's face and then go back to Ayo flirting with Jess? Why? I'm really not feeling that. And I can't wait. I can't wait for the next episode, because it seems Kieran, they're going to have a challenge, and Kieran is going to kiss someone, and it's going to sort of get on Nicole's nerves. I want him to move on. But anyway, I digress. Thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and click the link in my video to watch my review from episode 24. Bye guys.